Alright, tomorrow I'm going deep behind enemy lines. We're going to a place where terroristic threats to your life and liberty are around every corner and utter depravity everywhere. Stealing the watch off your wrist is not a problem for this place. The cops will never come by. We got to choose the best luxury shitter before we go to Seattle.
Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression.
Could try to play it, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody and
Alright, this is no joke. We're doing Seattle on hard mode because it's actually going to be warm weather, t-shirt and shorts the entire week. And in addition, I won't have a rental car. I'm actually intending to use some public transport. So we're talking some bad situations with some unscrupulous people and no backup. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay. So this is the lineup to choose from, folks. It's the lineup to choose from. And look, first off, we got people who go in, special forces to go into Afghanistan, all that kind of business with Rolex GMTs on. Now, I don't have to pick out a Rolex. In fact, I don't have any Rolexes that are sort of under the radar. Yeah, I'm not taking the Daytona. I'm not taking the Hawk. That's not going to happen. I did debate trying to pull the Explorer 2 out of the bank, but yeah, it's not going to be Rolex today, I don't think. And I'm not going to cop out. I'm not going to do a Japanese shitter. We need a true Swiss luxury shitter. Kind of rules out this boy. This is also made in China. This kind of is made in China now. Look, I was thinking about bringing this one in, summery vibes and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, it's a little too flashy. And I'm only going to be wearing a t-shirt in some places. It's actually too nice of a watch. I want the option of going, full peacock with, a blue strap or something like that. But I don't want to commit to it, when I don't need to. And it's very hard to change the straps on these. Video coming soon. Like and subscribe if you want to see where I got this strap and a whole bunch of other colors. I got all the colors, guys. Pelagos. This is a great option. It's a great option. Nice, fun color. Black Bay 58. It's always good. There's always a good choice. I just feel like I want something with a bit of color. So it's really coming down to the two Pelagoses. I think this one's showing the color on the face, and it's a relatively big watch on the wrist. It's a little bit of a deep sea monkey diver. So it's a little bit difficult to keep under the radar when you don't want it to be out there. It's a colorful, fine watch. It's not flashy. It doesn't, pick up light. It's very matte. But I think it's going to be the Pelagos. And the great thing about the Pelagos FXD is that, it's black. So it's a little bit, it's kind of boring, but in this case, boring is kind of important. And the other aspect is like, I can just keep, just a regular black strap in my pocket in case, I need to swap out before stepping out of the office or something like that, or stepping out of the restaurant, or I'm feeling, particularly uneasy. With a black strap, this looks like a nothing watch. It's a true luxury shitter. So we have a winner, folks. We have a winner with the FXD and a handful of straps. Okay, so the Uber is on its way. It's very early in the morning. We are talking 4:15. Okay, so orange strap to kick things off, matching with the Crocs. So going out this evening to a dirty part of town via the bus. I need something a little low key, but let's not do black. Let's just do the green. So here we are, the epicenter of Sketch, 3rd and Pine. Hey, it's actually looking pretty clean out here. It smells awful, but it's actually looking pretty clean. There aren't that many derelicts around. It's not too unsafe to hang out here, maybe. Good morning, Seattle. It is bright and early. Just in the office so I can do a bit of peacock with the yellow strap. But yeah, here we are. So, you know what? They've cleaned up this town a little bit. A little bit, I have to say. Maybe even pre-2020, pre-2019, it wasn't much better than this. I mean, I went down to 3rd and Pine yesterday, and unfortunately I couldn't get the bus because my stupid pass wasn't working, but I'll get a new one. I don't think there was any real problems. Now, I didn't walk home from the International District yesterday, but I think if I did, it probably wouldn't be too bad. I mean, I looked outside the Uber, and so, while I don't think I would have been any more comfortable in, say, a Rolex, there's still situations where, you know, I kind of wanted the Tudor. It wasn't that bad. Now, it is time to get breakfast. I'm going to go to this Amazon Go. So if you don't know what this is, there's no checkout. There's just cameras, and famously, apparently there's just a whole bunch of Indian people just watching you shop. Ah, fuck me dead. It's not even open. I think if I walk over that way, there's some really good donuts. Mighty O Donuts. So yeah, there were a couple situations, you know, with my director. He had a Breitling Nava timer, and then my VP, he had this sort of weird. At first, I'm like, oh, is that a new Daytona, the new Panda? And it's like, oh no, there's only 2 registers, date, and cheap-looking large bracelet. I honestly couldn't recognize what the hell it was. I don't think it was anything good, actually, but it would have been really nice to have had my Daytona, actually. Or honestly, any Rolex would have actually won the elevator battle at that point. Okay, Mighty O, best donuts in Seattle. Okay, what we get? So here we are back in an office. It's not bad. It's not that bad. But I'm in a hotel nearby. I'm not having to commute like an hour in traffic. So, Tudor holds up. You know, it gives me the confidence I can go anywhere. You know, put another strap on it, just pass through. There's no spring bars to deal with. I mean, you know, you could use a spring bar watch. You use a spring bar watch and you'll get the same experience as long as you get all pass-throughs. But, you know, there's something about the pass-through where it has the fixed spring bars. I really like it because every now and then I adjust the watch by, you know, normally if a bracelet watch or any other watch, I'm sort of like holding on to the top and bottom like this. But I'm very wary when I'm using a regular watch or it's just spring bars where I'm pressing sideways on a spring bar. You know, you press in the middle of a spring bar, it's like a fulcrum. You're going to break that spring bar or damage it very easily, and you might not know. Then it pops off, and hopefully with a pass through, you know, you got 2 spring bars to potentially fail, but I'd rather not, you know. And so yeah, it's very versatile, and it's a brand that isn't going to like put someone off. I could tell that my director was a little uncomfortable, someone recognizing that he had an Navitimer that's, you know, it's a little bit more of an expensive watch. And so like showing him up with, you know, a Daytona or something would be, you know, it is what it is, you know what I mean? It just, the Tudor's the better watch in such circumstance. Okay, let's try the sprinkle. This is so good. These are the only donuts I would rate more highly than Krispy Kreme. Okay, so I tell you what's surprising. Seattle isn't anywhere near as bad as I thought it would. It's pretty good. Like, I mean, you can. I wouldn't be that comfortable about, you know, Rolex still, but it's actually a lot better. It's pretty manageable. Like the last few times I was here, you know, I definitely said like I need a gun to feel safe here for sure. And when I left in 2020, I felt that a gun could no longer keep me safe. You know what I mean? I said like there's no amount of gun and training that's going to keep me safe in the city, so I better go. Then it sort of got to, thank God I had a gun. Now it's like there were a couple situations, like there was a screaming lady, seemed very aggressive, but I mean ultimately she was a pretty frail looking lady, and I said like, yeah, okay, I hope I have pepper spray, which I don't have, but I would have appreciated it. So yeah, it's really not as bad. Like the amount of derelicts on the street, I would put it at sort of like 2017, 2018 levels of bad. So it's not great. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like if I was, you know, no kids again, it wouldn't be the worst place. There's not many places in America where you get to jaywalk over here. Yeah, there's not that many places where you can just get an apartment and have a good job and walk into work, and then on the weekend go out and about, enjoy yourself in nature, and by all means the nature is lovely. So yeah, it's really not as bad as I thought. Now don't get me wrong, I still literally saw a woman taking shit on the street. And the number of people I saw openly urinating on the sidewalk was, I don't know, I can't count. You know, it was a lot. There's definitely a lot. But I didn't see like that many people who looked openly looking for danger and looking very gangster or something like that. So yeah, overall I'd say you could get comfortable here as much as you could. One thing I did notice is that a lot of the places that are a little bit more affordable have just gone, right? So like the Walgreens over there is gone, CVS is gone, there's a Rite Aid down there that's completely gone. Not cool. I don't think I'm going to be able to walk all the way over there. See that's Cinerama, or at least called Sip Cinema now. That's the best cinema in the country. Absolutely is. You know, beautiful screen, the auditorium setup's good. Look, there's going to be other places that have better seats, but they're not going to have better projection. Maybe sound. If you've got a Dolby cinema in your city, those Dolby cinemas are pretty damn good these days. But their popcorn is to die for. They do this butter and chocolate, and you do the combo, and those two flavors, the salty and the sweet, oh, it's so good. So yeah, I mean, I would say that you could probably get away with like an Explorer here, and this t-shirt and shorts leather, of which there's not that much here. You know, there's many a summer here where it just never got good. You know, maybe a few days, but not the whole thing. Not a whole summer. And yeah, the FXD, you know, with a handful of straps, it gives you just enough variety to keep you interested and safe, quote unquote. So here we are at the famous balls. I think maybe I'll spend some time in the morning there. Yeah, it's only open to employees, so you know, don't come out here unless you know an employee or something like that. Ultimately, I'm really not sure why these were built. Amazon is a very frugal company, and this was just sort of like, I guess, the heady days of, you know, the late teens. What do we call that decade? 2010 to 2020. The teens? 20 teens? So this is the Amazon Go. So this is where, do you see that above me? These are all NVIDIA powered little camera boxes that purportedly feed a lot of video to Alexa. Okay, have this. Hold it up. That's how you do it. You don't try to hide it. So yeah, if you didn't know what Amazon Go is about, basically there's no checkouts. You just walk straight out. Oh wow. Okay, so this is the Denny Triangle area of Seattle. And at that end, all the way down there, used to be a car wash that had this sign over here, the pink elephant. I'm glad we... Now that's about a half scale of what it used to be, but I'm glad there's at least some nod to what this area used to look like. There was literally no buildings in this area of Denny Triangle. Now it's like you can't even see the sky. It's just 40 plus story buildings everywhere. Yeah, from certain angles it was pretty fun. Nothing like the Las Vegas sphere now. I think I just saw one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. There's this guy hopping around like waving his arm. Like, I look closely and he had like a chip packet, a fries packet, a cardboard fries packet. And he's like trying to fling something off it into the gutter. He's moving around. And he shoves it back in his pants. What he's doing is, I think he's just scooping shit out of his pants to throw onto the street. Now, as an adult, you know, I can put that to the side and put that in like a little box or container. But if my 5-year-old was with me, I don't want to have to explain that to him. You know? What's that guy doing, Dad? Yeah. So this is the line to the Amex lounge up there, and 15 to 20 minutes apparently. Not sure if it's worth it. Okay, so I'm home. I still think, you know, a Tudor on a strap was probably the best choice. There are a couple of occasions it would have been nice if I had something nicer, but there are other times where, you know, you gotta pick for like the worst scenarios, not the best, unfortunately. And yeah, interesting time. I mean, I certainly saw things that I wish I didn't see. I'm not physically damaged, but you know, mentally it'll take a little while. Unfortunately, I have to go back next week, so alright. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. There's a Discord link down below if you just want to chat, have some fun, and until next time, see you around.